Well, this is going to be a rough one. I think I'll talk about my favourite movies next week. Weekend at Bernie's should open up some nice debate. I have been asked a few times throughout my life by people who seem to care a lot more than I, what is your ideology? I don't know. Don't be a cunt. Living this life on a day-to-day basis, numbed by world events and feeling helpless in my little autistic world, I'm reminded of an old bit from French film La Haine. This guy falls off the top of a skyscraper. On the way down, he tries to reassure himself. So far so good. So far so good. So far so good. There was a moment, wasn't there, during that fresh first wave of COVID back in March 2020, nearly 57 years ago now, where we reached a gorgeous moment of socialist equanimity, rising from the glorious grave of late-stage capitalism, where we suddenly realised how fucking fragile we all were, and that we needed to look after each other, and that we could actually do it. We stared down the abyss and we saw hope glancing back over a sexy, bare shoulder. For a moment, even though we were free-falling, we felt connected. We came together over collective shock and horror, and we connected. If only ultimately by making increasingly banal YouTube videos describing how much coffee we were drinking, and laboured online family dance get-togethers. We felt scared, giddy, and silly. Through the bleakness, there was some light. And then we all turned into Dunstores managers, petty little gobshites, wandering the detritus of this post-pandemic world looking for a bottom line, picking fights over haircuts and conspiracy, trying to get ours, and pissing on those we perceive to be below us. We doubled down on the blighted poor, who have been made so through no fault of their own, the homeless, sold out by shitty human beings cashing in on their exploitation of previous crashes, the perpetually war-torn, the victims of abuse, the addicts, people who are different to us. Instead of learning kindness from our shared fragility, we shielded ourselves against perceived weakness, and turned the humble and the meek into our demons. To verbally retweet Eric Hoffer, a mass movement can get away without a god, but not without a devil. And I think that's where we are right now. History doesn't repeat itself, peeps. We repeat history. The helplessness we feel is transitioning to a kind of vitriol I've never seen in my lifetime, but has surely happened before, countless times in living memory. Maybe that connection has just made it feel more real to me. I'm still convinced that it's not too late for us, but it's hard to keep the nihilism at bay when funded sneers and faux debate belittle any optimism in favour of petty, vapid cynicism. We were so close, but I think we're bogged down by the bigger picture. Maybe it's the moment we need to focus on. That feeling that you should have told a loved one that you care. Tell them. That flash of anger because something hasn't gone your way. Such is life. That twanging, privileged guilt you feel walking past a refugee begging in the street can be simply assuaged by talking to them, by giving them money if needs be. That paralysed fear of losing your job, your house, your life won't go away. It's not a bug, it's a feature. But for a moment you'll have done something worthwhile, even if it's only to feel good about yourself. You have absolutely no idea what's going on in other people's lives. You don't even know what's going on inside your own body. If someone is struggling and that's inconvenient to you, you're the problem, not them. We need to help each other. We need to stop hating. It's such a fucking cliche, I know. But then we judge each other harshly for the smell of our farts. What hope do we have when it comes to kindness? But we can laugh. We can laugh at farts. We can laugh at life. We can laugh at cancer if we want to. Hatred is a cancer. It may not be contagious, but it spreads. It starts small and you don't know you're feeling it until suddenly it becomes all-consuming. So we have to be kind. Just be kind. We only have one life and we can either spend it making other people's hard, or we can spend it being kind. So that's my reply when people ask me what my ideology is. Don't be a cunt.